to have gotten 4 within a 3-week time span is concerning.
A local woman receives 4 ballot request forms urging her husband to vote by mail. But he's been dead for 5 years. Third-party groups are flooding the mailboxes of people over 65 with those mail-in ballot applications. News 4 troubleshooter Jay Avila investigates why they're sometimes sent to the deceased and if they could be used to commit voter fraud.
These aren't the actual ballots we're talking about. These are the request forms you have to send in to get a ballot if you want to vote by mail. Third-party groups, the Democratic Party, even some candidates have been sending these out without people asking for them. And election officials say it's confusing some seniors and making their job more difficult.
Kristen Link keeps getting ballot request forms in the mail addressed to her husband, who passed away in 2015.
I didn't think much of it to throw the first 2 away, but when the third and then when the fourth came, I thought, like, this is really concerning.
Kristen thought the forms were sent by a government agency, but they came from a third-party group called the Center for Voter Information. The ballot applications are already filled out and addressed to the Bexar County Elections Administrator.
Could somebody potentially pick it up and use it to cast a vote in his name?
I contacted the group that sent the request forms, a nonprofit in Washington, D.C. called the Center for Voter Information, which says it is nonpartisan, but according to OpenSecrets.org, has donated money in the past to oppose Republican candidates.
Why are you sending ballot requests to someone who's been dead for 5 years?
Jay, with vote by mail, the list we use is the state voter file. So if we are sending a ballot application to somebody that should not be receiving a ballot application or to somebody who's passed away, it's because the state voter file needs to be updated.
In Texas, people over 65 or who have a disability can request a ballot to vote by mail. Lopatch says his organization has sent 225,000 of them to Texas voters who might be concerned about going to the polls because of the coronavirus. Here in Bexar County, the election administrator says one elderly voter received 8 ballot request forms after she'd already sent in her vote, causing her to wonder if something went wrong with her ballot.
It's really regretful because it's upsetting the people. It's upsetting the surviving spouses. People are using old lists to send out information.
Callanan says her department has the latest death information sent to them by the Bureau of Vital Statistics, which should allow them to catch any attempts to use the ballots fraudulently. But she says some seniors who receive multiple request forms are sending in more than one, and some of the third-party forms don't contain enough information, all of which makes it more difficult for her office to track them.
A committee consisting of both Republicans and Democrats will be comparing the signatures on the mail-in ballots with the ones on the request forms. And if there's any doubt, they can go back 6 elections to check previous signatures before counting the votes. I'm News 4 troubleshooter Jay Avila.